Michael looks, rips it. London stretches the ball across.
Adversity shows who you are. Success does too.
Touchdown Atlanta. Oh my goodness.
You can see it, you can feel it.
Josh Allen turned around, and there were 3 bad men in black shirts.
We're going to put in the work to make sure we get there.
That's a touchdown for Atlanta.
We're going to get back to work and make sure we can go make it 3 straight.
Grab a cup of your favorite Joe and let's talk Falcons football on Early Birds, presented by Mercedes-Benz.
Good morning, welcome into Early Birds. He's DJ, I'm Justin, and Shock, is it me or are things feeling a little different around the Dirty Birds?
Ooh, everybody feeling a little bit, the shoulders are back a little bit. Everybody's got their head high, feeling real good. There's absolutely a different feel around the Dirty Birds and their fans.
We're going to keep that good feeling going and start things off with the opening drive. Falcons and 49ers tomorrow night, and maybe the 2 best do-it-all backs in the league, Bijan Robinson and Christian McCaffrey. So, Shock, how are these 2 guys alike and how are they different?
I don't know if they're much different because they do a lot of similar things, but the one guy that Bijan Robinson went out and trained with this offseason, Christian McCaffrey. He wanted to know everything that he does. Both guys can catch. Both guys can run. Both guys stay on the field a lot. And their versatility is what you like. I don't know if there's a lot of difference between the 2, but both guys are exciting to watch, and this should be one of the top matchups, I believe, of this Sunday.
High praise indeed. Even Bijan's teammates are still wowed by what he keeps on doing.
It's crazy. I haven't seen anything like it. Even since Little League, I would say I was Bijan in Little League, but he doing Little League stuff in the NFL. It's crazy to see. So.
As we continue on the opening drive, let's talk about the Falcons' big league defense and appreciate them, Shock. What they did against Buffalo, especially in the second half, was impressive. So what should they copy-paste from that game into tomorrow night?
Ooh, a lot of good things. How about getting after the quarterback, locking him down? How about doing some really good things as far as taking the football away? You've done that. And then whenever you put the number 1 in front of your defense, that says a lot. This is a defense that has a lot of attacking players. They got guys who are really deep on the defensive front. This is a unit under Jeff Ulbrich that is playing some really good football. And defense coordinator Jeff Ulbrich says hard work on the practice field has paid off against Buffalo.
In my opinion, it was our best week of prep. It's one that we're going to build on. I think we finally collectively understand what it takes to play the level of football that we want to play. As a coach, you just love those moments because it just reinforces the idea that we're doing things the right way. And the buy-in just gets, deeper and deeper and deeper. So it's, I was glad that they had the success that they had. Just reinforces what we're trying to get accomplished here.
And as we wrap up the opening drive, Shock, we all looked at this 3-game stretch. Washington, Buffalo, San Francisco, and we said that's about as tough as it gets. Falcons won the first 2. If they win tomorrow night, DJ, what does the narrative become around this team?
Oh, it changes drastically. I think a lot of people talked about the Falcons, but not really nationally. You win these 2 ball games, especially on national primetime TV, it says a lot about who you are and the way you play. And now everybody around the country starts to say, okay, maybe this Falcons team is for real, and you change the perception of what they've been in the past, because winning against these teams, playoff teams, says a lot about who you are.
Big opportunity out in the Bay Area tomorrow. Good morning and welcome into Early Birds alongside DJ Shockley. I'm Justin Felder. The 49ers, they're banged up, including losing star linebacker Fred Warner to a really ugly injury. You hate to see that because, one, this guy's really fun to watch, and he's a very important player on that 49ers defense.
Yeah, you're talking about having a guy like Caden Ellis on your defense. He's not in the middle of it. It means a lot. Fred Warner's done it for a very long time. They depend on him for a lot of things, checks, calls, audibles, everything. And to not have him in the middle of that defense, that goes a long way. So hopefully the Falcons can expose some of that, but not having him is a big deal.
Never like to see injuries. Falcons looking to take advantage, though, against a team that's dealing with some injuries of their own. Well, we've talked a ton about the rookies on this Falcons defense, and for good reason. Also in the spotlight, the second-year players. That's a group that didn't play a ton as rookies and are being counted on a lot in year 2. Ruko Rororo has seen the field a ton more in his second season. On Monday, he turned 24 years old. Monday night, he celebrated by sacking Josh Allen. Kelly Price and the recent birthday boys sat down one-on-one this week.
Your birthday, you get a sack. Was that the best present handed to yourself?
Hey, the number one present was winning. I'm taking the dub any day. But man, just getting a sack out there, especially versus a good quarterback like Josh Allen and a team like the Bills, it's just a great way to cap off the birthday.
A row. Big Root dropped the hammer on him.
We've been hearing a lot about this new defense with Jeff Ulbrich, how you guys just love it and you're able to play so well in it. Clearly, obviously, the statistics tell the same story. Give me an inside look for, or even just fans who don't really understand what that means. Like, why is it such a player-friendly scheme and why you guys like it so much?
Just because it's not a lot of thinking. It's more so instincts and just playing. He just wants us to play free and fast, and he kind of gets out of our way. And he just wants us to go out there and play. And he's not getting too hands-on with the calls and trying to dice it up too much. He's just like, you know what, you guys get your cleats in the ground and boot up and get ready to go. And so that's why I think a lot of guys like it, because we just play fast and it's no thinking.
Well, I know in training camp and even just before the season got started, like, you want to get to this point and you hope that the team gets to this point, but knowing that you actually have gotten to this point as a defense, is it something that you really expected?
It's definitely something I expected. Just from OTAs, just seeing the way we were flying around to the ball and seeing guys committed to Rick's scheme and his philosophy, the hard mind fist. And I always knew we were going to be a good defense, and we haven't even got it started yet. I feel like we were just scratching the surface a little bit, and we're not complacent, and we just want to keep stacking days.
And yet you're the #1 total defense in the NFL. That's crazy.
Oh, we are?
Yeah.
I didn't even know that. Yeah, that's crazy.
Come on, you didn't know that?
I did not know that. That's crazy. I've seen it, but I didn't know it was official.
Yeah.
But yeah, we want to keep it that way. We're not gonna let it get into our heads too much. We want to just keep going out there and taking it day by day, and it starts at practice too. So.
That was great, Kelly, breaking the news to Rook there about how his defense is ranked. Well, he and the Falcons will look to bottle up Christian McCaffrey tomorrow night, and I can't bottle up my excitement for today's slate of college games.
Yeah, Michael Jensen and I will get you ready, including for the huge game between Georgia and Ole Miss this afternoon. Plus,
I got blasted.
Oh, he got blasted. Kyle Pitts says a big hit welcome him to the NFL. Kyle explains when we go deep.
You're watching Early Birds, presented by Mercedes-Benz, official luxury vehicle of your Atlanta Falcons, and sponsored by the Georgia Lottery. Today could be the day. And the Home Depot, how doers get more done. More Early Birds coming back at you. Early Birds, it's not Saturday down south without talking college football. Get ready to fire up the grill. Here's Shock.
Appreciate it, Head Crack. I got the Buckeye himself, Michael Jenkins, joining the show. And Jink, I've been saying this every week because I can't. It's hard to realize that every week we got monster games.
I know. I love it.
It is pretty cool. All right, Jake, I'm gonna ask you before we get going. Is there a team outside of your Buckeyes you believe is maybe a complete team? Because we think everybody's got a little something here and there. Which team you think outside of your Buckeyes is probably the most complete team?
I mean, everybody's kind of saying that University of Miami team, Mario Cristobal down there has got those guys playing well. Your old guy, Carson Beck, leading the way.
Yeah.
So, I mean, hey, the last time Miami and Ohio State were 1-2, they kind of met in the national championship.
You know something about that? You know something about that?
Just a little something.
All right, big game going down tonight in South Bend is Notre Dame hosting USC. Notre Dame cannot afford another loss, Jake. And USC just pushed around Michigan. How does Notre Dame get the win and stay in this college football playoff because they need it?
You know, the big thing about this one, I think the weather might play a factor in today. Yeah, it's supposed to be rainy out there. And so if it is, you can see that I think the best running back in the nation, in Jeremiah Love, who has 11 touchdowns in only 6 games, takes over this game.
11-6 is tough. Oh, man. Here's the Fighting Irish head coach Marcus Freeman on what's important in this tough matchup.
They're playing well on both sides of the ball. They're a competent team, just had a big win over Michigan, and so we got to continue to focus on what's important. That's the preparation. That's what's important, is the way we prepare for this opportunity we have on Saturday, and we'll continue to do that.
You just talked about Jeremiah Love being a playmaker. There's playmakers all over the field in that game, and there will be just as many in our next game. We talk about Tennessee heading to Tuscaloosa to face Alabama. Now, the Vols expect some big plays. They may lean on wide receiver Mike Matthews, a sophomore wideout for the Vols, and he is our Chick-fil-A made in Georgia player, and he ranged from the powerhouse that is Parkview High School, where he excelled in multiple positions, but before the Vols, oh, man, he has come up big. Jink, you know that feel right there. You've seen that well before.
Yeah, I had to pick this one. I
had the 6'1", 200-pound receiver averaging 16 yards per reception. It's 25 catches for 416 yards and 2 touchdowns. Jink, Bama's offense has been really good, but Tennessee has been as well. Which offense do you trust more in this game, and does Tennessee have enough to get it done on the road?
You know, it's one of those things where Tennessee is that thorn in Alabama's side.
Very true.
They just have been winning lately, but Ty Simpson and the way he's playing in that Alabama offense, look, they won last week. Brian Williams had 0 touches.
That's crazy.
Touches.
At Missouri.
You know, and they still won the game.
Yeah.
So to say that, you know, they're playing at a high clip. Ty Simpson's got them playing well. So maybe this is their year to get back at Tennessee.
So you like Bama?
I think Bama.
All right. Here's Cannon DeBoer on this third Saturday in October rivalry.
It's a lot of fun for, you know, our fans, and it goes back obviously generations. We understand how big of a deal this game is to them. We understand how big of a deal this game is to us right now in the season that we're in, and that's what we're focused on.
And Jake, for the last few weeks, I feel like I've been saying this. Georgia has another big game on their schedule this week. 5th ranked and undefeated Ole Miss is coming to town. Dogs this season, not really a team that starts fast. Can they afford to get away with this versus Ole Miss? And tell me about what you think of old Trinidad Chambliss and the problems he can cause.
Hey, he can cause some big problems. He's playing really well for laying in that offense. And I think this is one of these games where Georgia can't get down early again. I mean, it's been a habit the last few weeks, and they've been able to bounce back and find a way to get the win. But you get down early to this Ole Miss team, it's going to be tough sledding. So hopefully they can get a fast start at home and get things rolling.
You think the first road game for Chambliss affects him at all?
I think so. I mean, you know, first SEC road game. I mean, you're at Athens. I mean, it's going to be a tough environment for that kid. So we'll see.
You're right. It's going to be rocking today, Jake. Here's Kirby Smart on what makes Chambliss so good.
You know, we got to affect him, whether that's coverage, rush, hits. You know, they run him. They run him quite a bit, and he's talented. So it's one of those things that you got to kind of pick your poison.
All right, Jake, in just a few weeks, we're going to be talking about your Buckeyes. So get ready for that. Don't be no bias, all right?
No bias.
All right, Jake, appreciate all the college football insight. Justin, how about that Tennessee-Bama game, man? Well, who do you think has the edge in that one? Because that's going to be a tricky one, I think.
It'll be interesting. Both those teams playing seemingly well. I know the Dogs fans may be rooting for Alabama to pick up a loss.
Yes,
we'll see if Tennessee can do Georgia a little bit of a favor. Guys, thank you so much. Well, each week on Going Deep, we ask a Falcons player, what was your welcome to the NFL moment? Kyle Pitts is enjoying a standout season, making some splash plays, but also the tough catches when he knows he's gonna get hit. A moment like that as a rookie welcomed him to the league. Kyle Pitts explains in this week's Going Deep.
Into the end zone goes Kyle Pitts, and the Atlanta touchdown. Penix straight drop, throws, end zone. It is caught. Kyle Pitts, touchdown Atlanta.
I'll probably say my first game, first catch.
4th down.
I got blasted.
And going to throw over the middle. It's Pitts. Did he get enough? He caught it.
I ran a stick route, and I should have turned in, and I ran into like a hook curl defender, and he hit me pretty hard. And I was like, okay, yeah, they're getting to their spots pretty quick. And I got up, I said, okay, everybody moves fast. Everybody moves fast.
We got more to come on Early Birds. DJ and Jank will say bishop to E6 and talk about the high-level chess match we're going to see on the sidelines Sunday night. That's next on Early Birds.
Made in Georgia is presented by Chick-fil-A. We're getting your Saturday started right. Early Birds is back in a moment. It's time to get some game intel from Shock. You're invited into the film room. So cut the lights and let's get started.
We're talking pass rush with the Falcons. We're talking Jeff Ulbrich and how he's able to create the pass rush. And it starts up front. It's all about what you see pre-snap as opposed to what you see post-snap and how it changes when the ball is snapped. So let's take a look at this blitz here. On the snap of the football, it looks like all these guys are blitzing right here. But at the snap of the ball, that's not what's going to happen. What's going to happen is these guys are actually going to bail, and then you're going to get blitzers coming here, push it inside, and then the one that you really don't know is coming, oh man, the nickel is coming right through here. So you got to overload to one side, and the pressure from one side, you think you got it. Josh Allen here is going to think he can throw this football to this back, but because they disguise it so well, he's going to fall under it, and by the time he comes back left, he's going to be sacked, and there's nowhere for him to go to football. So let's watch as this play envelops here. You can see what happens here. Comes off, and then boom. He thinks he has it, but now you see Evan Katie, who was there on the line, now he rolls off. Now you got pressure here coming up the middle. Now you got good contain, and you got another contain guy here, and he looks left. There's nowhere for him to go to football. You think he can go to this guy, but he's not even looking yet. He's running a crossing route here, trying to pick this guy. So there's nowhere for him to go to football. Now Josh thinks he can bail out and go to the other way. Ultimately, the Falcons end up with a big-time sack, and you like this. This is what you call a well-drawn-up scheme where they disguise it early, do a good job of coming out of it, and you do a good job of getting him to the ground. This has to happen tomorrow night because this defense, they're going to be pretty good getting after that San Francisco offense. Looking forward to seeing more of this because big-time 4 sacks in that ball game was huge. All right, for the past few weeks, we talk about matchups we love, we want to watch in the game, and they're all pretty intriguing. But this one, this week we decided to switch it up, and our matchup to watch, Jink, is between 2 coaches in Kyle Shanahan versus Jeff Ulbrich. Jink, this is the ultimate cat and mouse game with these 2 minds battling. What will you be watching for between these 2 unique play callers?
It's going to be the ultimate chess match because just like you showed, we like to do a lot of exotic things, zone pressures, bringing, 3 from this side, 4 from the other side. And then San Fran, they like to motion, shift, get McCaffrey in open spaces. So it's going to be interesting to see how our top-ranked defense goes against their 7th-ranked offense.
Oh, Jake, that sounds good when you say top-ranked defense. We've been able to say that in a long time. And pressure on the quarterback. I love to hear that. Good stuff there, Jake. All right, Justin, it's going to be interesting. Should be fun. And we'll send it over to you.
All right, Shock, thank you very much. Well, you hear a lot about the type of surface in NFL games that they're played on and how that can relate to injuries. Levi Stadium in San Francisco is natural grass, while Mercedes-Benz Stadium is turf. We want an expert's take on how the playing surface can impact injury risks. That's the focus of this week's Emory Road to Recovery.
Turf and grass, obviously, it's always a hot topic every year. The turf changes every year, so there's been a lot of cool changes in the technology. Now there's hybrid turf, where it's a mixture of natural grass and turf. Some fields are starting to look into utilizing that, but there's sometimes a little bit more of a frictional component to artificial turf versus natural grass. So one thing that we'll see sometimes is with the increased friction, you can sometimes see people have lower extremity injuries because their feet or cleats will get stuck in the turf a little bit more than grass. It's not always the case, but sometimes that is seen. And then natural grass, the difference we see with that is sometimes players, and this has not been proven, but players subjectively will sometimes feel that there's a little more cushion or give with natural grass, so they sometimes enjoy playing on natural grass better just for the impact to their joints. They'll sometimes say that.
Yeah, Doc, I'm in that role too. I love the natural grass. All right, the Falcons are on a roll, and so is one of their star defensive players. We'll take you to A.J. Terrell's awesome charity event. Adam Moore's coming up after the break.
You're watching Early Birds, presented by Mercedes-Benz, on your official home for Falcons football, Fox 5 Atlanta. Early Birds has been presented to you by Mercedes-Benz, official luxury vehicle of your Atlanta Falcons.
Giving student athletes around the city of Atlanta just opportunities. My academy is basically just giving them a platform to succeed at a high level.
Such a cool event earlier this month. It was during the bye week. A.J. Terrell had a one-of-a-kind celebrity event called Atlanta's Rollerball. This is Mercedes-Benz Stadium. DJ, how cool does that look?
It looks pretty cool. Justin, can you skate? That's my question.
I cannot. Can you?
Oh, I can skate.
Oh, really? I
grew up skating. I used to go to Sparkles all the time.
Okay, all right. Well, we'll have to bring the skates in here sometime. Well, A.J. was benefiting the A.J. Terrell Jr. Academy, hoping to reach more than 800 Atlanta students next year. What a cool event. Make sure to join us tomorrow night for a special late-night edition of the Dirty Bird Report. DJ Jenk and Kelly Price will be live talking all things Falcons and 49ers. That's tomorrow night. Stay up late, 12:30 a.m. Shock, before we go, one more matchup to watch tomorrow night in San Francisco.
You know, they lost one of their top guys in Warner, also Bosa. How about the young rookie for San Francisco and Mykel Williams, former Bulldog? Can't allow him to have a game record. I watched this guy do it in college a number of times. Ooh. Maybe we'll see what happens. Who plays tackle for us? We don't know that either, so we'll see what happens. And hopefully he doesn't Rick shop for him.
Yeah, Jalen Walker, Mykel Williams. We look forward to them getting together after the game, after perhaps another Falcons win. All right, that's it for us here on Early Birds. For DJ Shockley, I'm Justin Felder. Thanks for joining us. Have a good morning and a great rest of your weekend.